What's up, my G's, and welcome to my Dragon Quest journey, a series where I explore the worlds and stories of the Dragon Quest franchise. We finished the first 2 volumes of the Dragon Quest The Adventures of Dai Manga that cover the first 18 chapters. This time we dive into the 3rd. We learned about the Demon King Hadlar and his elite demon army. And we were also introduced to the captain of the 100 Beast Regiment, the Beast King Crocodine, who was sent to kill Dai. In chapter 19, we start off with Dai fighting the Beast King Crocodine in the Magic Forest, and I'm excited to share what happens next. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button down below, and don't forget to drop a comment. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of my videos. And with all that said and done, let's jump right in. Chapter 19. Gather the Disciples of AVAN. It's a death match. Dai uses the Earth Slash, and it breaks the armor Crocodine has on his forearm, but it doesn't even break his thick skin. Crocodine slashes his axe at Dai, but Dai once again dodges it. His skin is like steel, thinks Dai to himself. Crocodine prepares an attack of his own. He creates a vacuum using his axe. He states that he can't actually use any magic, but his axe is equipped with vacuum type spell power. Crocodine sends Dai flying into a tree with his axe spell, and then rushes to hit Dai with a vertical slash. We get a panel of Dai cut in half and a scared look on his face, but then Dai disappears and reappears above Crocodine and delivers a strong kick right to the top of Crocodine's head, sending him through the tree that he just cut. Crocodine is furious. We switch over to Pop running from the lion monster, and he runs into Marm, who takes the lion out. As she saved Pop, Pop realizes that she's wearing the same kind of necklace that AVAN gave to him and Dai before he died. We switch back to Dai fighting Crocodine, back and forth trading attacks. Crocodine goes for his vacuum axe attack, and Dai uses the opening to use a wave slash and cuts the wind in half, slashing Crocodine's chest. And while Crocodine is shocked, Dai follows up with another attack and jumps into the air, but gets caught with a burning breath attack shot out of Crocodine's mouth. Dai is on the ground and Crocodine is standing over him about to deliver the final attack when Pop and Marm arrive and interrupt him. Crocodine sends both of them flying with his vacuum axe, and Pop and Marm can't get close, but Marm points her gun at Dai lying on the ground and shoots. Chapter 20. The Miracle Magic Bullet Gun. Marm's shot hits Dai, and Dai stands up healed and ready to fight again. Crocodine tries to slash Dai before he even stands up, but Dai once again dodges the attack. We switch over to Marm talking to Pop, explaining how her gun works. It uses magic bullets that can hold spells. It was given to her by AVAN. Back to Dai and Crocodine fighting. Crocodine once again starts using his vacuum attack, holding Dai in place. Marm tells Pop to cast a crackle attack onto her magic bullet, and Crocodine goes in for his attack on Dai, who is standing there ready to counterattack. Marm shoots Crocodine's axe and freezes it, and Dai jumps into the air, slashing down with his knife, and while in the air, Crocodine is blinded by the sun behind Dai, and Dai cuts him right in the eye. With it being daytime and receiving an injury, Crocodine retreats into the ground. We switch over to Monster Island, with Brass, who was confronted by the commander of the Shadow Army Regiment, the Ghost Bishop, Zaboera. Chapter 21. AVAN, we are teachers. Our heroes make it to Marm's village, where Dai is greeted by his monster friend Gome, that seems not to be controlled by the evil will of the Demon King. We are introduced to Marm's mother, who along with her husband fought side by side with AVAN against the Demon King. Her husband as a warrior, and her as a healer. After defeating the Demon King, AVAN returned to this village to train Marm. She asks Dai how AVAN was doing, and Dai says that he's doing great and decides not to tell her the truth. Later during the day, Marm tells Pop and Dai about her relationship with AVAN, and we get a flashback of Marm with AVAN and him giving her the magic gun. Marm tells them that she needs to have spells put back into her bullets by the elder of the village, since he's the one that can use the most spells out of everyone in the village, and Pop offers to do it for her. Marm goes off to make supper, and Dai goes to talk with the elder to see if he can help him learn magic. Dai reveals that he only had training with AVAN for 3 days, and then he died. Dai asks the elder not to tell Marm or her mother, but Marm overhears their conversation as she's looking for firewood. Chapter 22. Third Companion. We start this chapter off with Crocodine in his lair, furious that Dai was able to take out one of his eyes. He is interrupted by the Ghost Bishop Zaboera, who reveals that he watched the entire fight. Zaboera came to offer Crocodine assistance in defeating Dai, and Crocodine is too prideful and doesn't want his help. Zaboera blackmails Crocodine and tells him that he would explain to all the other regiment captains how Crocodine was defeated by a kid and sent into hiding. Zaboera gives him a box to use in their next fight. Back in Marm's village, Dai is practicing magic with the elder and is actually able to use the mirror spell, which is a fireball attack. That night, Dai and Pop tell Marm that they're on their way to ROMOS to save the king, and Marm seems interested. After she leaves, Pop and Dai discuss Marm joining them, but they know that she protects this village. The next morning, Pop and Dai set off on their journey and head to ROMOS. And as they're leaving, Marm's mom tells Marm to go because she can see that Marm really wants to help them. The village thanks her for always being there for them and assures her that they will manage to be okay, and she runs off to join Pop and Dai. Chapter 23. ROMOS, Crisis Draws Near. Nothing really happens in this chapter. Our heroes make it to ROMOS Castle, but are turned away because it's nighttime. Dai, Pop, and Marm decided to stay at an inn for the night, where they run into the fake heroes from Chapter 1. They say that they turned over a new leaf. The next day, Crocodine attacks the castle with his 100 Beast Regiment. Chapter 24. Attack of the 100 Beast Army. Our heroes are woken up by the army of monsters attacking the kingdom of ROMOS. The fake heroes barge into Dai's room and they learn of the Beast Army. Dai runs off to stop the monsters from getting to the castle. He's too late and the monsters are already attacking the castle. We switch to the king, who is urged to evacuate by his guards when Crocodine bursts through the roof, taking out the guards. He tells the king that he must die to draw in his real target. We switch over to Pop and Marm is adamant that they must go help Dai, but Pop is too scared. Marm, disappointed in Pop, storms off to go help Dai, leaving Pop in the inn with the fake heroes. We switch back over to Crocodine, who is now holding the king by the throat, when he is interrupted by Dai. Up on the ceiling is an eye monster, and we see that Zabuero is watching. Chapter 25. Dai's Weakness. Dai faces off with Crocodine, who is still holding the king. Dai doesn't want to attack while he's holding the king, but Crocodine urges Dai to attack him and threatens to hurt the king. Dai rushes Crocodine with his knife in hand and jumps in the air, and Crocodine readies his axe. Dai puts his knife away and instead goes for a mirror spell and catches Crocodine by surprise. Crocodine releases the king, and Dai gets in between the king and Crocodine is shocked because Dai was able to learn how to use a spell in such a short time. Marm shows up with some guards, and Dai tells her to heal the king. Crocodine pulls out the box that Zabuero gave him, and inside is a magic tube. Derupa! Crocodine releases whatever he has in the magic tube, and standing there is Brass, and because he is no longer being protected by AVAN's barrier, he is being controlled by the Demon King's evil will. Dai is scared, and Brass does a fuddle spell, which is a spell that confuses the enemies, and hits a guard who starts attacking the other guards. Dai pleads to Brass and wants him to stop, but Brass continues his attack and hits Dai with the staff. Dai is hit over and over, but Dai can't bring himself to hit Brass. Dai grabs Brass and is hit with a frizzle spell, a fire attack. We switch over to the Demon King Hadlar, who is given information on the current situation. Chapter 26. Foul Play, the Ghost Bishop. Dai is laying on the floor after being hit with a frizzle spell. He sits up and Crocodine throws his axe at Dai, but Marm swiftly saves him. Marm goes to shoot Crocodine with her gun, but Dai stops her because he's scared that she might hit Brass. She yells at Crocodine, asking him how he could call himself a warrior with pride when he must stoop this low, and Crocodine doesn't like that at all. Even the guards take a couple shots at him, and Crocodine is furious. Dai tells Marm that they must get the magic tube from Crocodine so they can steal Brass inside of it, and Marm agrees. Marm distracts Brass while Dai tries to snatch the magic tube from Crocodine, but Dai is hit with a knee by Crocodine. Crocodine wants to end the fight and shows off his ultimate technique. He focuses his energy into his right arm, and his arm grows huge, and he fires a terrifying attack at Dai that leaves a huge hole in the castle, and everyone is down. Crocodine says that he's won. Chapter 27. A Fragment of Courage. Everyone is hurt on the ground. Crocodine reaches for his axe, and Marm tries to heal Dai with a magic gun but is stopped by a tentacle of the monster eye. She's hoisted into the air, and Crocodine isn't pleased with the eye's interference. Marm passes out and drops her gun. We switch over to Pop, who is still in the inn contemplating on leaving to help Dai and Marm. The sage from the fake heroes comes to the room, and they talk about the situation. The sage pulls out a crystal ball and shows Pop what's going on in the castle, and Pop is still scared to do anything. The sage gives Pop a speech, and talks Pop into helping Dai and Marm. He runs over to the castle, and we switch over to Crocodine, who is about to kill Dai with his axe, and in comes Pop, who interrupts Crocodine. Chapter 28. Pop, risk your life! Pop faces off against Crocodine and wants to use a fire spell, but realizes he can hit Brass if he does. Crocodine rushes in and tries to slash Pop with his axe, but Pop dodges and creates space between Crocodine and Brass. Pop finally lets off a Crefrizzle spell, which is the strongest version of the Frizz spell, the fire spell that Dai learned to do. And Crocodine is caught off guard. The spell hits, but Crocodine uses his vacuum axe to put out the fire. Crocodine launches another attack at Pop with his axe, and Pop dodges the axe, but is hit with Crocodine's tail. Pop hits the floor in pain, and Dai tells Pop to run, but Pop refuses. Pop squares off at Crocodine again, and tries to hit him with his staff, but Crocodine breaks the staff. Pop hits the ground, but manages to flick over a little piece of the staff towards Brass. Crocodine continues to stomp on Pop, and Pop, all beat up on the ground, uses the same barrier spell on Brass that AVAN used on Monster Island. Chapter 29. The Miracle of Friendship. Brass is now free from the control of the Demon King's evil will. Crocodine tried to break the barrier, but it shocks his hand. Angry at the situation, Crocodine grabs Pop by the neck and throws him down to the ground. Now that Brass is safe, Dai can fight without holding back, but Dai is still hurt. Crocodine questions Pop and asks him if he's really throwing his life away for Dai, and Pop replies that he may not be brave, but even he has his pride, and he couldn't abandon his friends. Crocodine starts to question himself, throwing away his pride and giving it to Zaborera, just to defeat Dai. Zaborera yells at Crocodine and tells him that his sympathy and compassion would get him killed, and Crocodine gets angry. Gomei flies over to Dai and tries to wake him up, and Brass screams for Crocodine to stop. Crocodine readies himself to kill Pop, but he seems hesitant. As he is about to deal the final blow, a bright light stops Crocodine from attacking. Crocodine, confused, turns around and sees Dai standing there with a shining crest on his forehead and enveloped in a golden aura. Chapter 30. Dai, Crest of Anger. Dai is standing there, enveloped in the golden light, so bright that it burns through the monster eye, and his tentacles burn up and Mom drops to the ground. Crocodine rushes towards Dai and swings his axe at him. Dai catches the axe with his bare hand, and his fingers break through the axe, and he throws Crocodine still holding the axe across the throne room right into the wall. Dai, standing there with Crocodine's axe still in his hand, is ready for Crocodine's next attack. Crocodine, who is furious, focuses his energy into his right arm and goes to use his ultimate attack again, but Dai is unarmed. Marm heals Pop, and Pop runs to grab a sword and throws it to Dai, the same way AVAN did during Dai's encounter with the gargoyles. Dai catches the sword and readies his stance like AVAN. Crocodine shoots his attack, and Dai charges head on with an AVAN strash. And that's the end of Volume 3. I wanted to end on Chapter 27, where the volume actually ends, but it just didn't feel right, so I decided to do 3 more. When I first read these chapters, I was stuck. I love the artwork, and the outline of each page and the way they move from panel to panel, and also the speed that the story progresses. Crocodine is strong, and he's only one of 6 captains, so you know things are only gonna get better. I keep trying to imagine how the anime will be when it comes out in fall, and I just get hyped. I'm really enjoying my journey into the world of Dragon Quest so far. The next video will be the last video I do on the manga until I finish the next trilogy of the Dragon Quest series, the Zenithian trilogy, starting with Dragon Quest IV. Also, I will be doing a video on the Dragon Quest Door Story movie that just came out on Netflix, so look forward to that as well. I hope you guys will continue to join me on my journey into the worlds and stories of the Dragon Quest franchise, and I'll see you next time with the next Dragon Quest video. Peace out, my G's.